Howdy folks, and I hope you're all fit and well wherever you are in collecting land. And welcome back to the channel for another 1/6 scale figure preview. But no ordinary figure, no folks. I think today is a bit of a red letter day. Yes, Inart, well tomorrow at least, are going to be putting the pre-orders up for their Inart Superman. Yes folks, it's the long-awaited Christopher Reeve from the 1978 Richard Donner directed Superman the movie. And I, for one, am super excited for this figure. Huge fan of the original movie, huge fan of Christopher Reeve. There have only ever been two Supermen for me in the movies, and this is one of them. He was the first and still arguably the best. So yeah, I am super excited for this one, as you can probably tell. Let's take a look at the pictures, but before we do, I would like to send the usual Krypton size shout out to everyone who supported the channel, and please drop a like and hype on this video as it helps other people find Go Figure. And if you haven't already, be sure to mash that subscribe button and bell notification icon so you're not missing any of the 1/6 scale previews, reviews, tours, showcases and all that other great stuff that we've got coming up. So yeah, without further ado, let's dive in and take a look. They've given us a lot of photos, although they haven't given us an awful lot of information on this particular figure, or pair of figures, I suspect. So I might be winging it a little bit here, so please forgive me if I make any mistakes. Correct me in the comment section below. But yeah, let's dive in and have a look at these photos, because yeah, I'm gonna have to say as well, the Hot Toys take on Christopher Reeve has been in my collection for many years since it was released, and has pretty much, as far as I'm concerned anyway, been the gold standard of Christopher Reeve 1/6 scale figures. But I suspect we are seeing a milestone here. We're seeing something that could blow everything else out of the water. First shot, headshot, Christopher Reeve. Now, when I first saw this particular photo, I was like, hang on a second, there's something awry here. There's something wrong with the eyes. I've got to be honest with you. This photo, I do not think does the figure justice. And for me, it's the eye area there. There looks like there's something amiss with where those eyes are placed on the head sculpt itself. But that doesn't seem to be the case with the other photos that we've got. Now, I've only had a quick look at those, a brief look at those. Maybe it's the lighting on this particular photo. I don't know. But yeah, let's take a look at the other features here that we're seeing. We're seeing the top of the Superman outfit, the relatively simple one, and it looks excellent. The colors look right. That blue looks absolutely on point. That ribbing in the stitching there, the stitching around the neck area, the cape itself, skin tones and textures look absolutely excellent. I've got to say, I think we'd expect nothing less from Inart. Really, they are masters of this. And yeah, skin tones, skin textures, excellent. Hint of a 5 o'clock shadow there. There's pores in the skin. The eyes themselves, apart from looking a little bit wonky to me, are the right color. They are super glassy. The hair is on point. Sculpted plastic hair, I am assuming here. That looks like sculpted plastic to me anyway. You've got the little kiss curl at the front there, absolutely on point. The style is right. Everything I can see in this photo, this first photo, is absolutely nailed on, apart from the fact, and to me, I think they look a little bit too far apart. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. It's across the bridge of the nose there. I think there's too big a gap, but we'll move on to the next, because as I say, the rest of the photos, that doesn't seem to be an issue. On to the next. We've got the classic arms behind his back, and we're seeing the full proportions for the first time. Excuse me, I've got to say, yeah, nailed on as far as I can tell. He wasn't overly muscular. He wasn't bodybuilder standards, but he was tall. He was muscular, and they've captured that really well here. And the suit as well. Got to say, yeah, colors absolutely nailed on. Those boots, I'm going to have to lean in here. Those boots look excellent. I'm going to assume they're sculpted plastic, but I'm not 100% sure. I haven't managed to get my hands on a blurb, even though I've been to the Inart website. There's no real description of this that I could find anyway. I could be missing it completely, but yeah. So I'm going to assume sculpted plastic on those boots there. But once again, the outfit, the red pants on the outside, all look absolutely excellent. Upper body there, the proportions are just right for me. The thickness of the waist, the sort of definition on the chest area, the size of the biceps and shoulders all look excellent. I'm going to assume this obviously is a body specifically made for this figure, and once again that head sculpt looking very good, but I'm sure we'll get closer shots. Let's move on, there's a lot to get through here. Getting closer now, and yeah, what can I say about those proportions that I haven't already said? Nailed on. We've got fisted hands here, they look very, very good. And that head sculpt, yeah, although we are a distance away, at this distance, those eyes don't seem to be an issue, but yeah, let's move on and check. And also as well, the S on the chest, perfectly sized, the right colours, obviously. How that's attached, it'll be interesting to see. I'm not seeing any stitch work on there, so I'm going to assume some kind of adhesive or weaver's gone on there, but yeah, overall, and the cape as well, just the right length, just dropping below the knees there. Which are clearly visible through the blue suit. So on to the next. Now, oh, nearly zoomed past this one. Now this one, I've got to say, very good. We've seen the base for the first time as well here. Now we've got a dynamic flight pole, obviously. Now how that's going to work is going to be interesting with this figure, because we like our Supermen in flying poses. We like them in dynamic poses. I'm not seeing any waist grabber going on here. So is this going to be Inart venturing into some kind of mechanism at the back of the figure itself to support the figure? Not 100% certain. As I say, cannot seem to find that promotional blurb on their website as of yet, but we'll soldier on. Base itself looks very good. As I've mentioned in previous videos, huge fan of the Inart base. I like it because it's not overpowering, it grounds the figure, it places the figure, but it's not a huge diorama which can produce too big a footprint for display purposes and detract from the figure itself. So what you've got is what looks like just a square piece of black plastic. Hopefully we'll get to see the top there. What looks like possibly some ice from the Fortress of Solitude protruding from the top. What I'm going to assume is a metal nameplate on the front there. It says Superman. It doesn't say Superman the movie, just says Superman. And the figure itself, once again, coming into land or just taking off. I'm going to say coming into land because of the way the cape is billowing. But yeah, wired cape, obviously. And the flow, the colour look absolutely nailed on as well. So yeah, once again, we're getting an idea of those proportions. So yeah, it's looking very, very, very good indeed. But this is going to turn into a gush fest, and I make no apologies for it. Now we are seeing Clark Kent for the first time. Now this is where I'm going to make a quantum assumption that we have two figures here, that we've got a Clark Kent and we've got a Superman figure. Judging by what's to come, I think that's going to be the case. So is it going to be a case of you can purchase the Superman figure alone, the Clark Kent figure alone, or a double pack? Probably that will be the situation, but we'll have to wait and see. I can see me going in, no brainer this one for me, the double pack, but once again, proportions look very, very good here. The suit, it's the right colour, it's the right style with that sort of charcoaly grey going on. Single button at the front of the suit there, well, yeah, just single button there. Shirt looks very good, as does the tie. It's screen accurate, and apart from one or two little blips that I've had with Inart's tailoring, I've always found it to be exemplary. So I think, yeah, this should be nailed on, this suit. Shoes, pretty much sort of standard Oxfords, simple but effective. A little bit of collar showing there. He's holding the glasses, and yeah, I can't fault that. I can't fault that. Let's take another look at him. Now we've got Clark Kent again here, this time with the glasses on. We've got a different hairstyle here. Now, I believe there are 3 interchangeable hair pieces. We'll see those shortly. But yeah, that suit looks great. Posability looks very good as well. Accessories-wise, looks like we're getting the briefcase. I'm hoping that's going to be leather and not sculpted plastic or some other such nasty material. Hopefully, fingers crossed, leather on that. We've got his hat and we've got the overcoat as well. Now, I think this pretty much speaks for itself, this shot. I'm going to sit back here. That is stunning, in my opinion. Absolutely stunning. Could be a still from the movie. I think that just looks phenomenal. Let's just take a look at I mean, it's the texturing on the skin here, the attention to detail that really sets Inart apart. That neck area, there are small blemishes on that neck area there. As I mentioned before, the pores in the skin around the chin, the cheekbones, on the sides of the nose, the profile with that sort of very angular nose that Christopher Reeve had, almost a Roman nose, and the hair, really well done. I think that's phenomenal work from Inart. There's no arguing it. Now, this is where that issue I had at the beginning there, with the eyes appearing to be too far apart, seems to have disappeared, which is very odd. I'm gonna put that down to lighting or some such thing. Once again, that is a phenomenal head sculpt, in my opinion. Unmistakably Christopher Reeve, unmistakably Superman. I'm trying to think of something that is wrong with this head sculpt, and I can't. I think the creasing around the mouth area there, well, we talked about the hair, the eyebrows, the skin texturing, everything. Just everything is there. I am very excited, as you can probably tell. On to the next, a close-up here of the headshot of Clark Kent, the head sculpt of Clark Kent with that hat on. Now, can't tell what material that hat is. It's looking to me like it could be sculpted plastic. I would have liked to see material, but it is what it is. But overall, yeah, proportions look great, and the tailoring on that suit, that charcoal grey sort of with flecks of white in there, the red and black striped tie, the tailoring on the shirt looks phenomenal as well. The glasses, the all-important glasses, now they've got the proportions right, the size right, you've got that tortoise shell effect going on, and just works. It just works. On to the next. Clark without the hat, we're seeing that sort of plastered down hairstyle that Clark had, and they've done that exceptionally well with the parting on the right hand side there. Overall, yeah, can't fault that one. Back to Superman, classic fists on hips pose, and yeah, I'm running out of amazing words to use here. I think Inart have absolutely nailed this one. Hopefully, you know, that head sculpt will be as good as this. I'm assuming this is a prototype, but yeah, classic shot there. Subtle base, hint of ice there, and that cape looking beautiful. Yeah, on to the next. Clark here, holding the briefcase this time, clutching the newspaper, and yeah, that overcoat looks very good, well stitched, the right length, just below the waist there. Not a full length overcoat, almost a 3/4 overcoat. Stitch work looks good, buttons look great. Side by side here. Now this is how I think this is the direction Mr. Go Figure has to go with this. I think it's such an iconic character, and such an iconic actor playing him, that I think to do him justice, really, we need both in the collection. But we've got them side by side. This time the base for Clark Kent is it looks more like maybe the floor of the Daily Planet. I'm not sure. It looks like it's got some brown, maybe carpeted texture to it. We've got the same nameplate at the front there. I'm going to assume that they're using the same magnetic system that they've always used in Inart. Both together, stood side by side, they just look chef's kiss to Inart. They look superb. Now here we have an interesting one. The Clark Kent figure is actually opening his shirt in that classic about to dive into a phone booth and dive out again look, and underneath we've got the S and the suit. So I'm going to assume this is all included underneath the actual suit of Clark Kent, so you can go for that look as well. Great idea. I can't wait to see it in action. I just think it works. It just works. Once again, classic fists on hips. That belt, very simple. I'm going to assume that's sculpted plastic or similar material. And yeah, it's, as I've said before, super simple outfit, this one, but they've nailed it. That S is the perfect size, and it's the definition underneath this, this chest area that just looks great. Another one, close up here, once again. Nothing but good things to say here, absolutely. Holding the finger up there. Now, this one here, this particular head sculpt, this is where it started to look like the eyes were creeping a little bit further away from each other again. Don't know whether it's me, might just be the angle, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Fantastic photo there, once again, hands on hips, smile. So we're going to have, I'm assuming we're going to have swap out looks here. Just superb photography, very, very good. Figures looking amazing. Another one of Clark, this time smiling with the overcoat over his arm, clutching the hat. Perfect. Once again, that S and that Superman suit underneath that shirt there, looking great. So really having him stepping forward in this pose, pulling the shirt apart, I think it's going to look wonderful. And we can see the stitch work on those pants of that suit there. Said it before, I'll say it again, 6 scale suit, in my personal opinion, is one of the hardest things you'll ever have to do in the 6 scale world, to get it to look right, get it to fall right, get that material accurate. Absolute ball ache, but it looks like Inart have nailed it on. Dusting the brim of his hat there, touching the brim of his hat, and overcoat looking great. Yeah, glasses on. Yeah, another cracking shot. Glasses off, this time holding them, looking off into the middle distance. Can't be faulted, even down to the rib in that shirt. The stitch work on that shirt looks very good. Glasses on this time. Looks like he's doing up the button of that suit jacket. Nailed on, even down to the buttonhole there on the lapel. Can't fault that one either. Now, holding a pencil. And now I got Brandon Routh vibes when I looked at this one. Is it just me? Once again, I was just a little bit, there's something missing with this particular shot. And it's really weird, this, because we're going from shots that I think are pretty much almost perfect to shots which, as I say, for Brandon Routh, I think that's how it's pronounced. That's a vibe I was getting with this one. Once again, I think it's that bridge of the nose and eye gap there, but yeah, moving swiftly on. See, it's not there on this one. Is it me? Is it the photography? But yeah, another great pose there. And those hands, Inart's hands. I think Inart and Caustic Plastic, probably some of the best hands in the business. And I don't think they've let us down here. Pores, texturing, reddening on the knuckles there, crease work, bone work, vein work, the whole 9 yards. And once again, we've got Clark in the hat, looking very, very, very cool indeed. Touching the glasses there, and you can see the details in the palm of those hands there. That is frightening work there. I mean, if the production model is anything like this, I think we could be seeing some of the best hands ever. The colouring and texturing in there is next level stuff, as is the skin tones and textures on the face there. Hat on this time, look with that intense stare. Once again, it seems to be these angles and that particular hair. Something going on with those eyes. I'm going to move on here, but let me know what you think. I believe is that a bullet? I believe that's a bullet that's bounced off him, holding it in the palm of his hand there. It'd be nice to see that as a little accessory as well. And of course, we are getting... Now, I don't know whether this is a standard accessory or whether this is going to be a bonus accessory with some deluxe edition or not, because we've yet to see that. But we've got the kryptonite chain that Lex Luthor deposits on him. And yeah, looking very nice. I know that Hot Toys did this as a bonus item with their Superman figures. Hopefully this will come as standard with this one. But yeah, nice lump of what looks like resin, green resin, sculpted to look like kryptonite, and a chain which I'm going to assume will be metal. So if you want to go for that look, you can do. And finally, we have the swap out hair pieces here. Now this is interesting. Now I'm going to assume these are magnetically attached, so I'm going to assume far left and far right are your your Clark Kent sculpts, and the one in the middle is the Superman one. So you're going to get swap out sculpts, and these are the heads that they will go on. So you've got a neutral head and a smiling head. Now I'm going to assume these can be swapped out between both the both figures, and will work equally well. So you can just swap out the hairpiece and swap out the head sculpt itself. So there you have it, folks. A Breathless Mystigo figure, a whistle-stop tour of Inart's Superman figure, which will be going up for pre-order tomorrow. No brainer, as I mentioned before, for me. I can see me going in, double pack, deluxe, all singing, all dancing. But What are your thoughts on this? Are you a fan of Christopher Reeve? Are you a fan of the original Superman movie? Are you a fan of Inart? What will you be doing? Will you be doubling down and getting this figure? Will you be pressing play immediately, or is it an easy pass for you? Is it not your cup of tea? I would be fascinated to hear your take on this. Please drop a comment in the comment section below. Nothing is off menu. What we've got coming up on the channel? Well, very, very soon indeed. Just arrived, is over there, is Mr. Tony Montana, aka Al Pacino from Blitzway in quarter scale. That's the quarter scale statue. That'll be going up for review very, very soon. We've got a new tour video. I've been promising this forever, but it is close to completion. So everything you can see here, over here, everything you can't see up there and behind me over there will all be going in front of the camera. So stay tuned for that as well. And I suppose all that remains for me to say is a massive thank you for watching, as always, from myself and from Christopher Reeve as Superman. Take care of yourselves, and until the next time on the channel, happy collecting.